Fall is officially here, and with the cooler weather approaching, the leaves starting to change, it is finally time to start decorating for fall. I thought it would be fun to bring you guys in and share a little bit about how I decorate for fall, and also share a fun fall easy recipe for you guys. This year we're keeping fall decorating pretty minimal, pretty simple. Something that I've really tried to adapt over the last few years is to really focus on fall colors, fall patterns. This is how I think about decorating for any season, for any holiday, if I'm going to be decorating. And it is, think of colors, patterns, textures that would make your home feel like the current season without having an overwhelming amount of super seasonal items. So you're going to see my mantle was really my focal point of my living room. Our living room is pretty small, and so there's not a lot to decorate with anyway. So this mantle is really where I'm focusing my attention for this whole space. And this is really the entire area of my home that is going to center fall. So I started by putting this garland on with some picks. I was playing around with different styles, and I decided to string some garland with this pumpkin garland and some twinkle lights, and then I added picks from Hobby Lobby into the mantle. It's full, but it's simple. There's not anything else going on up there, and I really enjoy how it turned out. I also added my wood logs back to the fire pit for the season, and I added some brown gingham ribbon around for an extra added touch. I also got these black candles. They're battery powered. I love battery powered candles for these sconces here. However, I thought these are real wax black candles, which I thought would be fun for the fall / Halloween season, but I ended up later in the video swapping these out because these ones were not real wax. They were actually just plastic, and they did not look very realistic at all. So I ended up swapping those, and you'll see that later. Other than my mantle, I have this little side table which holds a lamp usually, and then I have this corner cabinet. Other than that, there's nowhere else in the living room to display anything. So we keep our decor very simple. I try to think through the season and incorporate things other ways. For example, I changed out our curtains from a sheer curtain, a lighter curtain for the summertime, and added these flannel ones. I also think about the colors of my pillows, and of course I do have a few pops of pumpkin decor, but I try to keep it very natural looking. In the living room, I stuck to more traditional colors for fall, like reds, orange, yellows. In the dining room / dining nook, really, I decided to go for more purples and mauve shades. I've had this gingham tablecloth, which I use year round, but for the last couple of seasons I actually didn't have a tablecloth on at all for the summer and spring. So bringing this tablecloth out really added to the burgundy and the maroon colors that I had going on. It's just a very subtle mauve gingham print, which I love. And then I added a throw on the back of this pew bench that we have with a floral pillow and a pumpkin pillow, and it really just helped add that fall touch. Another place I like to decorate for the seasons is this hutch we have in our library / office. I use this as a storage piece, but also to display books and any other little decor items that I have. This bouquet of faux flowers is actually from our wedding day, and so it's really fun to pull that out every year. We decided to go with faux florals instead of real, so that one, it was more affordable, and two, I could keep them, and I style them differently each year in the fall, and it's really fun to bring those out. And if you are anything like me, then the beginning of the fall season or the end of summer marks some kind of cold or sickness of some sort, especially with everybody going back to school and the weather changing. I feel like it's such an easy time to get sick, and we were impacted over in our household. So we actually made some chicken noodle soup. It was simple. We used rotisserie chicken, so we didn't actually have to cook the chicken, but everything else we just cut up. Carrots, celery, we had chicken broth, egg noodles. You could use any kind of noodle you would like. The rotisserie chicken, some spices, super easy, and I actually ended up buying a loaf of bread this day. We didn't have time to make bread, and so I just picked some up at the grocery store. I will link the recipe down below that I used because it was really simple to make. We made it in about an hour or so, and it was really delicious, and it lasted us for about a week. Another way I like to incorporate the seasons is to think of scents. So for example, in the fall, anything apple or pumpkin is something that I really enjoy burning. So I love Antique Candle Co., not sponsored, but I love them. And so I always like to pick out one new candle per year. And I chose pumpkin bread this year. So that's what we're burning. And then I also just put some candy corn. I personally love candy corn. I know it's awful for you, but I love candy corn. And so I displayed it in some glass jars, and it just adds that little bit of fall touch. And as I mentioned earlier, I ended up taking these candle sconces, the yellow ones, and switching them for the maroon or burgundy color. And then I put the yellow ones in the living room in replacement of the black ones. And these are actual real candles, so I can burn them. I prefer the battery powered ones just for safety, but these are fine if I'm just keeping an eye on them and burning them just for a little bit at a time. But I really enjoyed the color of these ones, and they really tied in all of the other decor we have in this space. If you're interested in any of the decor that I am showing in this video, some items I did pick up this year in a haul that I have under a fall haul. So I'll have that linked here in the video as well as down below in the description if you're interested on where I got some of the items that I'm showing in this video. But a lot of them we also have had from previous years, and I'll try to link them if I can. I also love to decorate a little bit outside, nothing crazy, but some pumpkins. I have a faux pumpkin and a real pumpkin, a little sign, and just a wreath and a rug. Really cute way to tie in for the fall season. If you want to see the full fall house tour, make sure that you like this video and subscribe, and come back next week for the entire tour of our home for fall.